To be fair, I didn't expect this from Blue Run either because they've been a very successful, independent bottler.
Let's continue on the road of where brands are going and what they're doing. And we could discuss Blue Run Spirits announcing that they're going to just like, hey, we are sick of just being an NDP. We are going to go ahead and throw together a $50 million distillery, and we are going to build this thing right here in Kentucky. Let's talk about it.
So this is, Maker's Mark was huge because it was unexpected. And to be fair, I didn't expect this from Blue Run either because they've been a very successful, independent bottler. Some would say they're a non-distilling producer. They've been working from Jim Rutledge, who's an icon that used to be at Four Roses. But a lot of people have complained that like, oh, Four Roses is just an overpriced, or sorry, not Four Roses, Blue Run is just an overpriced non-distilling producer who just wants to capitalize on the hype. And I think a $50 million distillery in Georgetown, Kentucky lays some of that to rest. Like these guys, I have to admit, they wanted to get a feel for the industry. They wanted to, line the bank account a little bit and make sure that this was something that was possible. But $50 million is a strong, strong entrance.
Yeah, I mean, that's putting your money where your mouth is, right? That's saying, hey, yeah, sure, we came in with expensive products. They spoke for themselves to the point that we have enough business that we are going to throw down and we're going to do this thing big. And I think that's really cool. It's going to create a lot of industry news. It's going to create a lot of industry jobs. And it's also just going to continue. Every time we think that they're done throwing another distillery somewhere into Kentucky, another $50 million operation comes in, right?
So for all of you who are maybe outside of Kentucky who don't get there very often, Georgetown, Kentucky is just north of Lexington. It's about 15 to 20 minutes based on traffic. This new facility should create just shy of 50 jobs. And while we probably won't see whiskey from it immediately, my immediate thought is we haven't seen Jim Rutledge doing a lot of his own stuff lately. Like, is he just naturally going to become MD again? Like he's on the older side, but he's not that old, and he seems like he's overseen the brand's progress so far. Like, is Jim just got a new home in Lexington and ready to like fire off and go?
It would be cool, man. I would love to see where this goes.
Either way, I'm excited to watch this one. This was kind of the most surprising to me because I assumed that they had a couple more years of bottling, but I hope this gives people who are hypercritical of expensive non-distilling producer only, like, oh, it's just fashion whiskey, like that. I can think of few non-distilling producers who started and then were like, you know what, let's just throw down and start a distillery. Like, here's 50 million. Like that's a big step. It's a statement. And I hope that the whiskey's great.
Yeah, that's a ton of dough. And I think they're going to have to prove themselves all over again, right? Because they enter the market with really expensive bottles, $200 bottles from an undisclosed location. People have to really mean it to buy those. Now they're going to have to kind of do it all over again because it'll be, a bare minimum of from the time they put that thing online, another 4 years before they've got anything that somebody's willing to really spend some money on, I think. So they've got some time and money to work with, and I can't wait to see where it goes, man. That's all I got to say, I guess.
Yeah, a lot more butterflies in Kentucky going forward.